What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Booster here. Thanks for stopping by. Today's video, we're going to be on the test server. So thank you, PLARIUMS, so much for letting us hop on the test server here. And we're going to talk about the fusion pieces that are going to be necessary for going into the fusion. We're going to talk about whether they are actually viable to keep or go after by themselves, and whether they're actually going to be useful in any content. So let's jump right into it. All right, guys. So if you guys weren't 100% aware, the upcoming demon spawn fusion for, where is he? Skorig? Is he not in here? Sorry, there he is. Skorid. So for Skorid, he is going to be a traditional fusion since we were given access to the rare and epic pieces for him. So we're going to talk about those two pieces in this video. The rare piece will come from the Sylvan Watchers. It's going to be Lasair, branch arm Lasair. So you see he's kind of wearing some kind of animal helmet, skull helmet, very of the bush. Branch axes like the one that Thor uses in the Avengers. But anyways, is this guy any good for a void rare? He's actually okay in terms of base HP, I guess. The rest of his stats are pretty mediocre. Let's go over his kit. His A1 is a triple hit, has a heal for himself. That's fine. Triple hits are still decent in some areas. His A2 is probably the best part about him. 3-turn cooldown. And it has a baby decrease attack. Of course, this can be increased to the big version if you have the blessing from the new one of the newer blessings. Sorry, let me jump into the one that I was talking about here. Give you guys a visual. It's this one, Nature's Bounty. So if you put this on a rare champion, they have a chance of placing the bigger version of whatever debuff that they currently have. It's not going to be 100% even at the full 6 stars here, which is a little bit of a bummer, because why not just give the poor little rares the 100% chance to land the big one? I don't know. That's why not. But anyways, he has a baby decrease attack on a 75% chance to land, which is not 100% ideal. He also brings some survivability, which is a solid buff equal to 20% of his max HP, which is really, really good. That's kind of what you want to see in terms of a shield multiplier, so it's good. It's based on his own HP. It's on a 3-turn cooldown, which is very, very reasonable as well. And it's a double hit. So it's a double hit at 75% chance with the chance for it to be a big attack up. So for this, honestly, I think this is probably the best part of his kit. It gives him an opportunity to land like decrease attack, keep your team alive. And where I find like this move can be maybe effective is maybe against clan boss, like early clan boss, where you're kind of struggling to find decrease attack champions with some reliability. Obviously, you want 100%, but 75% chance decrease attacks, potentially being the big versions with a shield, can be very, very solid in the early game for sure. He is also void affinity, which makes him obviously affinity friendly. You won't be able to weak hit or anything like that. So I can see him having some use there for some early players. He can keep himself alive with his triple hit. You give him Giant Slayer and all that. He can do some extra damage for you in clan boss. And his A3 gives a baby strengthen and it has a provoke. So provoke's not going to be helpful for clan boss, obviously. And a baby strengthen on a 4-turn cooldown, not really the best value, but it's there. It won't get boosted by the blessing, because that blessing only affects debuffs, but a baby strengthen is still something. Again, it'll help you guys out in clan boss if you guys are really hurting for, like I said, a decreased attack champion. Would he be useful versus somebody like, for example, Coffin Smasher? Coffin Smasher is kind of one of those champions that I refer to when I look at like attack down rare champions that have very minimal utility outside of clan boss. He has the A1 triple hit with the chance to place the decreased attack. It's already the big version, which is really good. It's only a 30% chance, but he has 3 hits with it. Coffin Smasher actually brings some decent utility for clan boss as well. He brings some damage to the HP burn, and he brings some damage reduction, which is kind of nice, right? So he's like you know, he helps the team and he does some damage on the side, as well as Giant Slayer procs and decreased attack. So I would say Coffin Smasher is probably better than Branch Arm here. But I mean, if you're really hurting for a clan boss decreased attack, he's probably going to be useful. So definitely don't write this guy off completely. So after him, we have an epic here available. So it's going to be part of the fusion, I would assume. And it's going to be 4 of these epics to fuse into one, sorry, 4 of these rares, branch arms, to fuse into one of these epics. And the epic is going to be part of the Skinwalker faction. So both the Rancid, he's smelly. Super smelly guy here. What's he got going on? He looks okay. He looks kind of fluffy. Got some spears here. He's going to be throwing spears at you, but he's a skunk, right? So he's a skunk. Bowf. Anyways, so he's going to be a Spirit Affinity Skinwalker. Base stats look fine. He's got decent defense. Got some res and accuracy on him, which is kind of nice. HP is average. Looking at his skills here is A1. Double hit. Has a 25%, 50% chance fully booked, placing a 100% heal reduction debuff. So double hit, 50% chance of placing heal reduction. So put them both together, the probability is about 75%. So 3 out of 4 A1s, he will land the heal reduction for 2 turns. Where is heal reduction good nowadays? So obviously places like Amius encounter utilizes the heal reduction. Fire Knight utilizes the heal reduction. And the best place for both is against the Nether Spider, I think. Let's go over the rest of his kit, but the best place for him is probably going to be the Nether Spider. His A1, very good against Nether Spider. I'll show you guys why in a second here. His A2 is a 3-turn cooldown AoE. Has a 100% chance of placing decreased accuracy and increase the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. So he is going to be a extender. So he can work in one of those Wixwell teams, or you know, any kind of team that relies on the buff extension. So he's going to find some utilities somewhere. So I think this, so far the epics is shaping up pretty good. His A3 healing spritz, 5 turns down to 3 turns, very good. Also not very many books, 11 books. Not very many books, especially if you just want this A3. 3-turn cooldown, basically a cleanse. It's not a full cleanse, but it's 2 random debuffs and a heal for 10% of their max HP. So it's a small heal, kind of a soft cleanse, and then it places increased accuracy as well. So if this was a full cleanse plus accuracy plus heal for a 3-turn cooldown, that's really, really like top tier. Like that's really top tier, I think. But it's only a 2 random debuff cleanse, but it's still, you know, majority of the time very good. On a 3-turn cooldown, very good, increased accuracy as well. His passive is decreased damage all allies receive from poison debuffs by 50%. You can kind of see where his kit is going. He's perfect candidate versus the Nether Spider. He has a cleanse against the spider. He has the decreased accuracy against the spider, which makes them less likely to land the poisons. And then he has a passive that protects your team from taking more damage from the poisons. The heal reduction as well also helps against the Nether Spider, because one of the main strategies against the Nether Spider is to use Geomancer. And Geomancer deals tons of damage of him to the Nether Spider. So these are some of the top 20 teams against Nether Spiders. You can kind of see a general theme here. You have Geomancer dishing out damage. You have some healing here with the Vogos. You have some unkillable protection. And then the big thing is heal reduction, because the Nether Spider actually heals. If you don't have a heal reduction with the Geomancer, the Nether Spider will continuously heal itself. So they usually bring a Venomage for the heal reduction, and then the Geomancer's HP burn will just kill the big Nether Spider. In this case, Bowf can actually fill that role, although like Venomage is also an epic and whatever, but Bowf can definitely fill that role. It offers you some extra protection and cleansing, and then the heal reduction is here as well. So that's a pretty, you know, kind of niche spot for this champion, but he's definitely going to help you guys if you guys are still progressing through the Doom Tower. So overall, I think this is a pretty good epic. He's a pretty solid epic, actually. He got a double hit here. He's got an AoE here, the decreased attack accuracy, and then he has the increased duration. So that's very, very solid. Another buff duration champion on a 3-turn cooldown. So it's an option for you guys trying to build those Wixwell teams, or any kind of like, you know, crazy shield teams or whatever in Hydra. And then you got the A3, which is just a solid A3. It's pretty much a full cleanse with the heal and an increased accuracy as well. And then he has, you know, this niche, kind of a niche passive as well. You don't get poisoned too much, maybe against Hard Dragon, maybe against Hydra. But honestly, it's not going to be super helpful outside of probably Nether Spider. But anyways, so those are the pieces for the upcoming fusion. You got the rare into the epic, and then the epic into the fusion. So it's going to be a traditional style. It's not going to be super easy. It's probably one of the harder ones because you have to commit the food to building these champions out, and then fusing them together, which costs silver and all that stuff. So it's going to be a little bit harder than the fragment style. But here it is. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the quick little conversation about both these champions here. Thanks for watching. Appreciate you all, and I'll see you guys in the next video.